welcome to the channel. I'm the Swedish dividend investor. So April has wrapped up, and let me tell you, it was another record month for me. Looking at my performance, we can see the indexes are a bit behind me. I think this is where my portfolio shines. Sure, it won't rise as much as the major indexes when we have a bull run, but it doesn't fall as hard as well. We can see after Liberation Day, my portfolio held strong. I want to hear from you guys. What are your biggest dividend payment in April? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, you came here for the dividends, so let's jump right into it. My first week, I received 4 payments. The first is ARCC, Ares Capital. So the first payment is from Ares Capital. They paid me $29.76. Less the withholding tax of 4.46, we land at $25.3 US. It's too bad I can't buy this anymore, thanks to the EU. It has performed very well. Well, next payment. Swedbank. So, Swedbank only pays dividends once per year. My 103 shares each paid me 21.70 Swedish crowns, landing at 2,235.10 Swedish crowns. So, as the making of this video, the dollar is 9.65 Swedish crowns. So we land at $231.6 and no taxes. Moving on with the next one. PFLT, Pennant Park Floating Rate. Well, what can I say? I like this holding. However, it's the same as Ares Capital. I can only hold or sell, not buy anymore. Thanks EU. Anyway, my 120 shares each paid me $0.1025 US, so $12.30, and we subtract the tax of $1.85 and we get a total of $10.45. The next one is JEPQ, HP Inc. I actually got to buy some more of JEPQ during the panic sell at the start of April. It's been a while since I was able to do that. My 127 shares each paid $0.2894 US, so $36.75. We remove the tax of $5.51 and we land at $31.24. Thank you HP. So that was the first week. The grand total was $298.59. For the second week I received 7 payments, and the first one is Cibus Nordic Real Estate. Alright, kicking off the second week with a payment from Cibus. Now, I have been buying a lot of Cibus during the early spring. My 340 shares each paid 0.8611 Swedish crowns. So, 292.79 Swedish crowns. And in dollars, that's $30.34. Very nice to see that income growing. The next 5 payments I received on the same day. The first one is JEPI. Yes, my JEPI position consists of 36 shares, each paying me $0.1726, so roughly $6.21 and no taxes. We can see my position is not doing so stellar right now. Both the share price and the euro is down a lot, so that hurts. I still think we could see them trade a lot lower, so I hope to average down at much lower prices. Until then, I just keep holding. Next up is JEPQ. It's the same with this one as JEPI. 36 shares paying $0.2375, so $8.55 in total and no taxes. Let's just ignore the returns for this one. Moving on. JEPG. Here is the better one of the JP Morgan ETFs. I'm not down as much here, and I actually might steer my dividends in May towards JEPG. My then 150 shares paid me $0.1413 per share, so $21.95, and again, no tax on this one. Let's see the next payment. Montrose Global Monthly Dividend MSCI World ETF. Another beaten down covered call ETF. My 309 shares paid 0.4447 Swedish crowns, so 137.43 Swedish crowns. And when we convert it, we get $14.24. I plan to average down on this one as well. Maybe if they go down below 80 Swedish crowns again, I could make a larger buy. Anyway, moving on to a big one. Volvo. Typically only pays once per year. They have been paying some special dividends, but this year they lumped it together with the ordinary dividend. My 122 shares each paid me 18.50 Swedish crowns, so we land at 2,257 Swedish crowns. Converting it, we get $233.88. Very nice. So, the last one for this week is PM, Philip Morris International. I've said in a previous video that PM has a special tax system where only a small part of the dividend gets taxed. So we have 32 shares, both paying $1.2285 and $0.1215, so combined $1.35. Times the shares, we get $43.2. Now, the tax is just $0.5832, so we remove it and we land at roughly $42.62. Nice. So let's sum up week 2. We land at a total of $357.79 plus the first week's $298.59. We get to a current monthly total of $656.38. Heading over to week 3, we have 4 payments. First off is Global X Nasdaq 100. Yes, another covered call ETF. I love them. I got 117 shares and they each paid me around $0.1622. So roughly $18.98 in total. It was kind of weird since my Global X always pays on the same day. But I had to wait another day for the next one. Global X S&P 500 covered call ETF. It's the last covered call ETF for this month. 129 shares, each paying me around $0.15, so we land at $19.42, and again, no taxes for these ETFs. Moving on to some more real estate. WPC, WP Carry. So my 30 WPC paid me $0.89 per share, so a total of $26.70. Like always, we remove the tax of $4 and we land at $22.70 for WP Carry. Next up is a favorite of mine. Oh, Realty Income. Coming in last for this week, 111 shares paying $0.2685 each lands at roughly $29.80, and less the tax of $4.47, we land at $25.33. Summing up the week, we get $86.43. Let's add that to the monthly total, so we land at $742.81. Now, for the fourth week, I got 2 payments, starting with Ahold Delhaize. Hey, it's been a while since I got paid from AD. They pay twice per year, and the first payment is usually the largest one. My 100 shares each paid me 0.67 euros, so a total of 67 euros. The Netherlands has a withholding tax of 15%, like the US, so the tax was 10.05 euros. So removing the tax, we got paid 56.95 euros, and converting it to US dollars, we get somewhere around $64.3. The last dividend is coming up. Cibus Nordic Real Estate. Again, yes. So, Swedish dividend investors sometimes calls this company a monthly paying stock. However, usually they pay a double dividend in April and none in May. To be honest, I don't know why they do this. They might as well just pay in May. Anyhow, at this point I did have some more shares, 363 instead of 340. So my 363 shares each paid a dividend of 0.764 Swedish crowns. So we land at 277.36 Swedish crowns. And let's convert it. We get $28.74. Let's add the final payment for the month before we add everything up. The 5th week I got paid interest on my savings account. I got paid 136.41 Swedish crowns and I had to pay 40.92 Swedish crowns in taxes. So we get 95.49 Swedish crowns. And in dollars that's $9.89. The last 2 weeks we got a total of $102.93. Adding it up with the previous weeks, we land at a monthly total of $845.74 US. Wow. So let's head on over to my dividend tracker spreadsheet. We can see my monthly total for April 2024 was 6,126.96 Swedish crowns. So $634.4 versus my current income of $845.74. That's an increase of 33.3%. So next month I want to beat my best month ever. That is May 2024 with a whopping 9,204.24 Swedish crowns or $953.80. Do you think I'm able to? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Like the video and hit me up in the comments with your biggest dividend payments for this month. I'm the Swedish Dividend Investor and I will see you in the next one. Stay smart, stay patient and keep stacking those dividends. Ha det gött!